I would like to thank the people who have given their financial support of this program. This program is supported entirely by donations from individuals within the community, and every penny that you put into our box at the door as you came in is going directly to pay the actors on the stage tonight. And now it is my great and wonderful privilege to introduce Suraya Keating.
Thank you to Leslie Currier, who inspires me all the time and also quite a visionary. And I just want to give Leslie a hand, because without Leslie, this would not be possible. So thank you, Leslie. So it is a privilege and an honor to stand here before you. I feel really touched to see all of your faces in the audience, and also to have been fortunate to work with these beautiful people that you're about to see share their stories. You know, I have a background in theater. I'm also a drama therapist, and one thing that I have noticed is that when we share our stories in a field of love and honoring, we heal and we grow. When we don't share our stories, at least for me, they tend to kind of fester and become disease, mental or physical or both. So I feel really blessed to honor these individuals tonight who are going to so courageously and vulnerably share a piece of their life stories with you. And thank you for being here as loving witnesses to what you're about to see. So our show is about 80 minutes long. We'll run it straight through. And I think I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. Enjoy Nobody Told Us We Were Diamonds, the story of how I found me.
This is a story about a boy who was lost.
This is the story of someone who struggled in silence.
This is the story of a boy who couldn't stand to be alone, and the system that made him.
This is the story of a person who wanted to feel loved.
This is a story of a man who found himself.
This is the story of a man who dealt with his depression.
This is the story of someone looking for home.
This is the story of a boy who grew up too fast.
This is the story of a person who found their identity.
This is the story of a boy who was bullied.
Nobody told us we were diamonds. This is the story of how I found me.
D37875. Anthony. Ghost. Badass little Tony. And hey you. At some point in my life, I was referred to by all these names. Let's start with Badass little Tony. Now this name was given to me by the people in my community for the shit that I would often get myself into.
Hey, badass little Tony, what you out there doing what you ain't supposed to be?
Nothing at all. Now my behavior was something that I was supposed to be ashamed of. But the name Badass Little Tony seemed to make my behavior A-OK. By age 12, I was arrested for carrying a concealed weapon. Hey, you!
Going to jail.
There I was, being fingerprinted by a 6'8", blue, cross-eyed, redneck booking officer. One digit at a time. And then he said,
Sign your name.
So I signed my name. The only name I knew, Tony Cyprien. He ripped up that print card and he said,
That ain't your name. Now sign your name.
and he said the most menacing 7 alphabets that I would ever hear.
A-N-T-H-O-N-Y. Now sign your name, nigga.
By age 13, I was given yet another name, Ghost. And I accepted that name because that name was given to me by my homies. That meant I was a gangster. Sup, homie? All right. By age 15, all these names had been stripped away and replaced with numbers. YA40568. This number was given to me as a juvenile because of a crime I committed. At age 17, I was given another number, M2977. I received this number as a juvenile who had committed an adult crime and was sentenced with adult time, but housed in the California Youth Authority. By age 19, I received yet another number, D37875. This number was given to me, well, at this point I'm now a California inmate. What does these numbers mean? Well, they've taken the place of my last name. And my last name had become my first name. So now my name is D37875 Cyprien. Or Cyprien D37875. And to add insult to injury, they threw in that damn A. So now my name is A. Cyprien D37875. So what effect did this have on me? Well, it made me think about the way I felt about myself. All right, how I even thought about myself. Anthony. Well, I felt nothing for Anthony. That's not even me. That's not even my name. Badass little Tony. Now, that was kind of sort of me, but not really. It was just a name given to me by the neighborhood, so I felt good about it. Made my behavior okay. Ghost. I felt accepted. And with a name like Ghost, I felt unstoppable. Inmate. Made me feel like a loser. D37875. Well, I tell you, being locked up like that, no matter how cool rap lyrics make prison sound, it's a dead end place. There's no dignity in being locked up. What's in a name? Dignity. My mama Carolyn, she named me Tony.
Hey, Tony. Guess whose anniversary's coming up?
Whose anniversary is it, Mom?
Boy, did you just say naniversary?
Yeah.
You are funny. I think that you should go back and get some instructions on wording before you try to pronounce something.
Anniversary.
Boy, go ahead and get your coat. We're going to take a little trip to the racetrack today.
Now, my mother was an incredible wordsmith and even greater storyteller. She could wow the crowd. I lost my mother in 1984, September. I was 16 years old and locked up in the Youth Authority. April of 1985, I was released. With no place to go, the state put me in a halfway house. There was nothing there for me either. So I got busy doing the best thing I know how to do. I hooked back up with the gang, got cracking again. In fact, I became the crazy Crip. People would say, man, did you hear what Ghost did? I was there. But really, On the real, I was in pain. But those pit vipers that I slithered around with, they wouldn't have understood that. So I covered it up with drugs, alcohol, and plenty of sex. On the real, I was just a boy who missed his mother. So fast forward, 2004. I'm sitting in a hole at California State Prison, Solano, counting the time. 2004, 37. 2014, I'll be 47. 2028, I'll be 61. Man, I don't know how the hell I'm gonna do all this shit.
D37, 875. Wake up, you got mail.
Man,
Don't even bother reading it. You're gonna be here so long, by the time you get out, you'll be 70. Won't even matter.
see, this is the kind of shit they breed, hopelessness. And I bit into it because it was easy to be hopeless than to have hope to think that I would get out because the pain was so great. I just accepted the fact that I wasn't never getting out. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just lay here and sleep this time off.
D37, 875. Wake up!
What, man?
Inmate, wake up!
What?
You're out of here. Your time's over.
Ah, man.
Get back to your cell.
Well, here I go, back out to the yard with other hopeless motherfuckers.
Hey, Ghost. Man, you ain't gonna believe what happened, brother.
What?
They found me suitable,
Man,
man.
you better get your ass out of here.
Yeah, brother, they found me suitable, man.
What?
I went in front of the
Man,
people,
but you
man.
got, wait a minute, man, you got the same kind of shit I got, man. You
Yeah.
got a gang-related homicide?
Yes.
Man, you been to camp and why?
Yes.
Man, you done did it all.
Brother, if they gave me a date, you got one coming. It ain't over, man. There's light at the end of the tunnel, man.
Oh, shit, man. If Eileen got found suitable, man, I damn sure can get found suitable. I can get that, you know? I can find that. There's hope for me. You know who I need? I need that self-help lady. Hey, self-help lady! Oh, hey, look. I need to get signed up for self-help. I need conflict resolution, anger management, passport to purpose, gang and criminal violence prevention, NA and AA, and anything else you might have.
I got it all.
Can you hook a brother up?
Oh, yes. Sign your name and number here.
Okay.
And I'll get you signed up for
See, they want that number. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Well, I don't put much stock into fortune telling, but I've only had a few dreams about my mother since she's passed. And one dream was very vivid. It was a younger version of my mother from the 1940s. She had on this skirt and top. She was leaning up against the wall smoking a cigarette. And she said,
Now, they gonna let your ass go. You better not fuck it up.
"Mom, is that you?
You're Tony again, baby.
No more D37-875?
No, baby.
No more Anthony?
You're Tony again. Be Tony.
So, after that dream, 15 days later, I walked into the California Parole Board and I was found suitable. Now, the one thing I learned in this whole journey, what to pack in my suitcase, my true self and self-acceptance. And I would love for all of you guys to meet self-acceptance tonight.
So I hear we have a visitor, special visitor, in addition to our cast, you see. Self-acceptance is in the house. Let's give self-acceptance a hand. I get to interview you. Hello, how are you doing?
Oh, how are you doing?
I'm great.
Oh, that's good, that's good, that's good. So,
So
long have you, Self-Acceptance, been involved in Tony's life?
Well, I've always been here, even before the conception of Tony. I am ancestral, deeply rooted in Tony.
Did Tony always know that you were there?
All he had to do was turn on the light. I am in the light. Always in the light.
Okay, great. So you're always in the light, and what kind of impact have you had on Tony's life?
Well, you know, I couldn't do anything until he flipped on the light. It's kind of like the old saying. You don't want to throw an alarm clock in the graveyard. Nobody wakes up.
I haven't heard that one, but I like it. Think about that. So now that you're in Tony's life, what's changed?
Well, I'm here. Well, you know, it's kind of like that other guy. I've kind of, you know, helped Tony to push that other guy over to the side. You know, we kind of put him out to pasture a little bit there.
That other guy, that guy Ghost, that one?
That individual, my God, is he over the top?
Well, I like over the top personally, so if you're okay, I would love to meet Ghost.
Let me see if I can get him.
Great. Ooh, we get to meet two people. Ghost, are you around? Hello. How you doing?
I'm cool. What's up with you?
Just hanging.
So, how long have you been in Tony's life, Ghost?
I'm a part of the damn environment. You feel me? No, you don't feel me. You don't feel me. You feel me?
I think I feel you.
Okay, well, you don't touch me. But you feel me. Alright, it's cool.
So, what kind of impact did you have, or have you had on Tony's life? What kind of, ways have you affected him?
I kept him safe. I kept him out of, you know, we got into a few little scrapes, a few little things, minor mishaps here and there. You know what I'm saying? But it was all good.
All right. So, are you still in his life?
Nah, they retired me. They put me out to pasture with no gold watch and none of that other shit. You know, I'm a retired thug. In fact, I'm giving a seminar. I got a stoop down to give a seminar on thugology.
Whoa, anybody interested in signing up for a seminar? I have a feeling he's real good. Okay. So is there anything you want to tell our audience here tonight? We got a lot of people out there. Any message you want to send out to the world?
Can a thug get a hug?
Anybody willing after the show to give a thug a hug? Oh, you got a lot of volunteers. Great. All right, well, thank you so much, Ghost.
Y'all welcome. It's Tony, you know, Tony will be all right. He got self-acceptance in his life, and I accept the fact that he got that dude.
Great.
Yeah, there's room for everybody, I guess. Yeah. Well, thank you, Ghost. I wonder if we could give Ghost a hand. Let's talk to self-acceptance just one more time. Hello again, self-acceptance. So I just wonder, is there anything, you got a big smile. Is there anything you want to tell our audience? Any words of wisdom?
Always, never walk in another man's chateau. Never let nobody tell you you don't shine. And never let anyone steal your thunder.
Thank you. Powerful words. Well, thank you to Self-Acceptance so much. See you later.
My mama Carolyn Weaver named me Tony Dijon Cyprien. Ghost, it was cool, man. The ride was good and all that, homie. But I'm done with you. To the curb. Self-acceptance, man, since you've been in my life, the light has been on. Look at what we are now, man. We are doing the damn thing. And that's what I love. So, with that being said, I'm Tony Dijon Cyprien, and that's all I ever want to be called.
I am here, and I always have been. Hear the wind rustling the pear trees of his youth. See him climbing the tall tree in the front yard at 15 Lamar Avenue. Feel the warm sand and the crashing waves and the hot burning sun at Sandy Hook. Do you see the small knees of the child that fit in the yellow Tonka dump truck of his youth? See him happily rolling down the grass-softened slope with the wheelchair boy. See the teacher kissing him on the cheek in the first grade. Do you? Or maybe you feel his father's drunken heartbeat, who passed away from loving too much. When Buddy was under the blanket, the only warmth for his cold feet at night, or when Angel licked his nose just the once to keep it neat, he saw. And he still does. Do you see yet? All right, my dear ones, in your time. In the beginning, there was the Word. And now there is what? Ask yourselves, really do.
First item on the docket appears to be a school teacher. Is that correct?
Your Honor, the arraignment judge ruled him to be in extreme danger.
Your Honor, this is my client's first criminal arrest of any kind. He turned himself in within 10 minutes of the crime and is otherwise a good, law-abiding citizen. Defense submits that these things should be taken into account and that the life sentence in this case is wholly inappropriate.
Oh, come on. He attacked the victim egregiously. Just look at him. He looks dangerous to me.
Defense argues that he was in a state very unlikely to be repeated. He shows significant signs of remorse. I can attest to that. Additionally, while there was significant trauma, the victim fortunately had nothing even approaching life-threatening injuries. So, we would like to discuss a more reasonably appropriate sentence.
Prosecutor Wojak, how about it? Have you considered the fairness of the life sentence for this crime and this particular man?
Judge, it's my call here, not yours. The people stand firm in prosecuting for life imprisonment.
Not while I'm on this case. I hereby order you, take some time, think it over. The next time I hear this case, I want a deal. This sentence is wholly inappropriate for this man and this crime. He has no history of violence. A deal.
Oh,
I'm confident we can get you a deal.
boy, that prosecutor really has it in for me.
Your victim is an employee of LA County Courthouse, so they view it as protecting their own.
Oh, I'll never regret something so much in my whole life.
Look, I know that you're scared, but with Judge Natterjee, we do have a good chance for a lesser sentence. You were under a lot of stress, there was lots of mitigating stuff. We should be able to get a deal.
I'm so grateful I have you.
Don't worry. I'll get this rescheduled for Judge Brown's docket. There'll be no more of this judge.
I didn't know you could legally do that.
Oh yeah, it's easy. We just reschedule so we end up on a different judge's calendar.
That verse ends chapter 17. Tomorrow, in the book of John, chapter 18, we'll see how Judas's actions really changed the course of history and make for some interesting stuff. Well, hello, brother. Welcome to B-Pod. I'm Chris Morabito. Who are you?
I'm Bobby. You guys are Christians? Wow. What a blessing. Brother. Oh my God. What the?
Hey, I'm an old Brooklyn boy. Force of habit. Welcome. Welcome to B-Pod, brother.
What are you, some kind of preacher or counselor or something?
Well, I help the guys out with some legal work and, you know, help them write letters to the court.
Oh. Well, hey, I'm from the East Coast too.
Oh yeah, bada bing, bada boom.
New Jersey.
You a Mets fan?
Nah, Yankees since I was 5.
Oh yeah, me too. Me too.
Oh my God. I can't believe what I've done. I hurt the one I love the most.
I know, brother. I know. We gotta let the system know about this. We gotta let them know about the depth of your remorse.
You think so? I gotta get rid of this life sentence.
Absolutely. We can do something about this. I'll help you write a letter to the judge. I don't do this for a lot of people, but I like you, Bobby. I'm gonna help you out.
All right, well, what do I do?
You gotta tell me everything. We leave no stone unturned. The more I know, the better.
Okay. Well, get started.
Don't fucking move, asshole.
Oh my
Put
God.
face down.
Oh.
Put your hand behind
Hey
your
man,
back.
we already under arrest. What the hell y'all think y'all gonna rearrest us all over again?
Oh, shut up, you. We're not here for you to shut your mouth.
Okay, I was just talking, man. Damn.
That hurts. Jesus, I haven't even been to trial yet. I'm supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. Cold, gray beard. And he never smiles. Just stares at me with dying blue eyes. Emptying wonder of life. Killing love. And when he comes, it's like a freezing blizzard in a lonely forest snow lodge somewhere back in time. The look in his eyes freezes. It stops a Tonka dump truck from tipping, ruins its playful yellow tipping bed that a child's knees used to fit in. It stopped tipping in the LA County hole. When the winter man comes, it freezes the tow-haired boy's head right to the core. Even his cute button nose is somehow made unrecognizable. Oh, I resist. I do. I fight with the raging fury. With the fury of a raging bull. I'm bigger than him, and stronger, and a much better fighter. But as hard as my sex gets, the wintry man pursues. His blank eyes cold, starely cold into mine. Frost-bitten fingers rip up through the skin of my perineum. He squeezes the air out of my lungs, pulling them out through the skin, ripping them through my scrotum, squeezing the air out of me. He jerks the blood and water out through my urethra like a sickened ironic orgasm of blood and tears and semen. What the fuck are you doing? I need those to live, to breathe. I need them to socialize. I need them to talk, and I need them for life and for sex. And he takes them anyway. I feel like one of those giant redwood trees that they used to drive cars through. Those trees died, you know. Just then I wake up, sweating and crying and... I often don't remember those dreams. But lately I've been remembering them more and more. It's about those days, those long, lonely days in L.A. County's whole, strung together for nearly 2 years. L.A. County's administrative segregation, the whole. Concrete walls, ceiling, with a bright fluorescent light that they control. He came to me again last night, the wintry man. This time he nearly got through the door, but I'm stronger than him, and I pushed him back out against the snow-covered railing of the forest lodge. And his body contorted and bended backwards across the railing. And I managed to get the door of the lodge closed, but it's freezing cold from letting him get near. And then I awoke, and I cried some more. What? Fuck you, real men don't cry! Who are you to tell me real men don't cry? Real men don't put people alone in a concrete box for months and years. Fuck! And I'll cry. I'll cry. Until the blue in his eyes fades away. And I'll cry until the wintry man is gone. I'll cry until I'm not in the hole anymore.
You got a visit. Come on.
Oh.
Your attorney's here.
Can you undo his hands, please?
Nope.
I have documents he needs to sign. I'm not worried.
Against procedure here in Asset. Not gonna happen. Have a seat.
Ow. I haven't seen the light of day or another human being in 4 days. What's happening to me?
They've housed you in administrative segregation because they say you're trying to hire someone to kill the victim.
What?
Have you been talking to people? I mean, about your case? A confidential informant has stepped forward to say that you're trying to hire a hitman.
Well, that's bullshit! Who's saying that?
Well, you tell me. Have you told anybody any details about your case?
Morbido. He told me he was a lawyer, that he said he was going to help me write a letter to Judge Natijay.
I'm afraid they've somehow reworked the docket and you have a different judge now.
Oh.
And there's something else. The confidential informant is represented by the same public defender's office as I work for. And while I'm not his attorney, it does present a conflict of interest. I'm afraid I can't represent you anymore. Do you have any money to hire a private attorney?
No. I spent all my money, all my savings on my first lawyer. I even sold my car and I borrowed $9,000. I have no money. I have no money to hire a hitman. How can they take this confidential informant shit seriously?
Look, I don't agree either. It's just an unfortunate part of our current system. The DA also informed the victim, who was sent into protective custody for fear that the threat was real.
Oh my God, this is a fucking nightmare. Oh. What about my deal? What about the lesser sentence you said I'd get?
The confidential informant has complicated things rather profoundly. The DA is using this as reason to push for the life sentence.
Oh no.
It's going to take you some time to adjust.
Time? You ever eat a cold jute ball in the dark?
What's a jute ball?
Never mind. Not important. What kind of a system is this? I'm guilty of being naive. I trusted Morbido. Is he getting some kind of deal or some kind of special treatment?
Well, there may be... Look, I'm sorry, I can't talk about this. It's a conflict of interest.
No.
Good luck to you, Mr. Faltisco.
I spent about 20 months in administrative segregation before my trial. During the trial for a life sentence, I was returned to that hell night after night with nobody to talk to. They never used Morbido's accusations or testimony during the trial. They officially ruled that he lacked credibility. And I was told by my trial attorney that he did get a lesser sentence for his cooperation. I guess he really did know how the system works. The trial judge, Judge Brown, ruled that his accusations were lacking relevance because they happened after my original crime. But nothing happened in my case that was more relevant to my life. Those months still hold relevance for me today. Earlier this year, nearly 2 years after I was set free, I started remembering my dreams more. People keep asking me how I did it. How did I keep from losing my mind?
You there in the vent, can you hear me?
Sup, homie?
Hey, this ain't right. How can they do this to people? It can't be legal.
Hey, I said, this is LA County Jail, homie. Rules ain't for them, homie. The only thing you gotta do, I say, you don't have to stand tall, homie. But you just gotta stand, that's it.
I don't know if I can. I mean, I feel like I'm going crazy. Like the walls inside my mind are closing in on me. I feel like I'm going crazy.
Que su fuerte, este. Stay strong, homie.
Fuerte?
Simón, este. Stay strong, pato.
Strength, huh? Is that what you mean? I see his baby blue eyes, his Tushimoto cheeks, his inconceivably adorable button nose, his yellow Tonka dump truck, the tipping bed, still works, I assure you. When you were a child, you saw things as a child. Now you know only in part, so dimly. Look more closely, and you will know more fully, just as you are already fully known. Religions only point towards it, and religious people usually only half-lit. Today, you are spiritual, not religious. Simple semantics. Do not label me, or you will lose sight again. Do you see the lizard come out from under the rock? See its tongue flickering in sensual exploration? Or the quickening birds, do you see them? Hurry, look in their eyes. Come dine with me on the love of life. Taste the divine juices of your neighbor. I will shine on you and dry your tear-drenched sleeves. The water and wine I offer, men's broken souls. You can drink from each other if you'll just let go. You can perceive that child's dreams again in a mirror fully lit. I promise you can. Just remember all of it. From his drunken heart of love to the peals of thunder under the covers. To those lonely years in the hole. But you've got to remember it all. Do you see now? Go to. Get your strength. Get your freedom. Your fortitude of the soul. The fortitude of X. I am here, and I always have been.
I say the year is 2014, and I was born April 29, 1971, when the world was going through ups and downs and turnarounds. The mark of the digital age. The air still full of the epic fight between Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, and our current Presidente Richard Nixon was in a fight of his very own, with some water and a gate. The main ingredient said everybody plays in food. But who knew that one day I would be one of those fools? We have found out from studying scientists and people who know too damn much that success arises from a smooth acclimation of advantages and opportunities. When and where you are born, what your parents did for a living, and the circumstances of your upbringing makes a great significance in how well you do in the world. But now some of us are truly robbed from our potentials from the very start. Now some of us come from good homes with both our seals present, doing the very best they can to raise us. Because we did everything in our power for them not to raise us. When I was old enough to understand that life would be no simple story with an easy ending, the knock at the door.
What up, man?
Dollar. I know you got that feel good dollar. Give me what I need. You know I'll be back, man, if it's good. Now, in my young mind, I knew that something was being sold to strangers in the exchange for money. And whatever it was, when these strange people left our home, it made them feel like Superfly. Now, growing up, I didn't have too many expectations or motivations or to be inspired to play any sports due to my small stature, and due to all the Chevron refinery explosions that prevented me from engaging in any of those activities. So I just wanted to be bad for no reason. Harmless no more, realizing your potential, becoming the person you're meant to be. Now, I had the pleasure of having a loving relationship with both of my grandmothers. Courage, loving, kind, and caring, and very beautiful. And in some similarities, some of the same jewels. Because whatever you do in life, you be the best at it. See, no matter where it is or how bad it is, it's a start. You find your purpose in life, and you embrace God, and you send God your application. See, we all have wounded places we run from, but you don't run from yours. Now go close that door before you let the devil in this house. Now, during these times, I was struggling with my identity, trying to find my male self in the struggle of Richmond, California, making havoc and destruction convenient in my everyday life. Now, when I look into the mirror, do I see the portrait for improvement or the pain of despair? Learning the ins and outs from my friends. But that's what friends are for. Some good friends, some real friends, some fake friends. Some friends will tell you to pour syrup on a turd and watch it turn into a pancake. Lord knows how I love pancakes. Patti LaBelle said, on my own, and yes, I was. In my world of confusion, feeling like Robert Palmer didn't mean to turn you on and my daughter was born. I didn't know my responsibilities back then, getting high up all night like Lionel Richie. To 1992 changed my life.
What you doing on the block, boy? Hey, nah, what you think this is? Some kind of fair exchange program? What you think this is? NATO? Look, man, you know it's moving, man. Nah, get the fuck off the block, homie. I'll be back. What the fuck you think this is? Get your punk ass off the block.
Right now.
What was that shit? Get off the block, man. Pop, man. Get off the block.
Oh, my goodness. I was found guilty of second-degree murder, not knowing the law why I was incarcerated until I understood who I was and why I was there. I hate that Johnny had to lose his life for me to change mine. I say that now that I'm a free man and life has shown up, one thing I won't do is waste it. Approach life with great simplicity and let no one change the color of your mood ring. Stay who you are and embrace life, and you just might change one life. Greet the world with a smile, because it might change one life like it did mine.
Take me to your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your hand on my heart. We can have love. Maybe we found love right where we are. Maybe we found love right where we are. We found love right where we
If you're sad when someone's gone, is something wrong?
Was it something never there because of fear?
Planted in our minds instead of needs?
Being met? Connectedness? A fiction on TV.
Reality was violence for her
Him.
and me. We didn't know philosophy. A child's mind conceives.
Insanity. Because we saw, felt, heard the worst.
From those we love the most. We grew apart, and from our pain grew disease. The trust and vulnerability we were gifted with became a main line for wounds without a clue. A current running deep and isolating cycles of self-abuse. Insulating, isolating myself in turn. I sank into sucking whirlpools, ready to consume a child. I learned the bottom of the pool is not the place to learn survival. Meanwhile, a girl without a hero, my sister, when finding heroin, treated her trauma untaught, building a prison from needles and spoons. She forgot to respect her potential. Her release was the end of her pain.
His mother waited 2 months to tell him, fearing his grief as much as her own.
But my insanity underneath said, death will bring me closer. In spite of my decision to survive, this riptide of grief pulled me into a sea of childhood remembrances, a current running deep. Roaming the 5th tier of West Block, I saw the lost all around me still losing, and I could relapse just like that. I thought about another hopeless man, Charlie, who jumped the year before. And mid-June felt just as dark as winter. I was forgetting, like my sister, who I was. From failure to face the pain comes the mistake of believing self-medication the answer. Just slower than jumping myself. The miracle came from outside, from my friends in Shakespeare class. Every week, a lifeline of love.
Create, create, create. Create, create, create.
They pulled me from the brink, never knowing how deep my heart had sank. I knew how near the finish my ordeal was, and it wasn't going to end with a whimper. I was going to remember who I was no matter what. Crossing boundaries of lies and truth is a struggle of winning and losing. Day after day, the blaring doesn't end. When you gamble, your morals are send. Integrity, a message uncertain. So, I told the Board of Parole hearings, truth I invented. That would fit into their thinking. weaving the thread that repulsed me. 5 months traveling that thread through hell's butthole lead to the light of today, every day an adventure of invention, because
he has some unfinished business in his head.
I'll write when I get out of bed. It consumes my life at times when I think about my crimes. So instead of crying now, I think I'll write about the BART train last night. Rehearsing lines. I heard a man rant to all the empty chairs who didn't care. They were rolling down the track throughout his rambling rant until he came up to me and yelled out,
"You can't! This time is mine! You're rolling on my stage!"
Daddy!
Mama! Daddy!
Jamal, be strong, baby. Be strong. It's gonna be all right.
But I'm only 5 years old,
I
Mama.
know, baby, but be strong.
I was only 5 years old.
Here, Jamal. Try this mask.
What is this?
This is the mask of strength.
I'm strong now, Mama, and brave. Nothing will hurt us. Nothing. Hello, everybody. I'm here. Anybody see me? Hello, I'm here. Don't get me wrong. I know that my family loved me. And my aunt, God bless her soul, she did everything she could to make us feel welcome in a house that was already filled with children. In order to get attention in my aunt's house, you had to be heard. But unfortunately, I never felt like I could be heard.
What's wrong with Jamal?
Oh, he's all right.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he's fine. Don't worry about it.
Here, Jamal. I see that the mask of strength no longer serves you. Try this mask.
What is this?
Obedient athlete.
What are you, hurt? You can't play?
No, coach. Pain is weakness leaving the body,
That's
just like
right.
you said.
Yeah, pain is weakness leaving the body, so get down and do 25. 1, 2. That's right, I'll be back later to check.
And there I am again, doing everything I'm supposed to do. I wasn't just an athlete, I was a warrior. And my coach, he was my general. I followed orders like a good soldier, even playing hurt.
Nice job using that mask of obedient athlete, Jamal. You need another one.
What's this?
Good stupid.
So class, can anyone tell me about the Compromise of 1850?
I'll answer that question, Miss Smith.
Very good, Jamal.
And once again, the perfect student. Doing my work on time, showing up to class on time, never disrupting. When I come home one day after school and football practice, I hear crying from my mother's room. When I ask her what's wrong, she tells me that she lost her job and that we might not have money to pay the rent and make the food bill for the month.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I need help. I can't do this by myself.
See, I told you, Jamal, those masks would help.
What about this one?
Ah, this one! Street thug.
I don't think I can do that.
Oh, yes, you can, Jamal.
But I'm not invincible.
Ha! Who's gonna feed your family?
You're right. man. What you looking for, man? What you got, man?
Hey, what's up, schoolboy?
What's up, man?
What you doing out here?
I'm getting my money, man. Don't call me schoolboy no more, man. My name is Maul, man, from Grant Street. It's my block, man.
But this ain't no schoolboy, ain't no vocabulary check. You better get up out of here, fool.
I ain't going nowhere, man. What you gonna do, man?
What?
Back up.
That's what I'm talking about. That's how you get your money.
As you have seen, expressing your true self does no good, and nobody cares anyway. You'll do nothing but exhaust your energy trying to be your real self all the time. I had many masks to choose from, but this one mask led me on the fast track to prison. I have lost so many years of my life from the bad decisions I've made. When I look in the mirror, I see nothing but distorted views of who I used to be. This is madness. This has to stop. I just want to go home.
But we were
Here for you all those years.
But I don't want you anymore. I want me.
You can't let go of us so easily, Jamal.
Yes, I can. I want me. I want to go
Come on, Jamal, do you think you can survive out there without us?
Yes, I can. Hey, Jamal. Is that you there? Yes. I like what I see. After 22 years of incarceration, I'm finally given the chance to go home. My mother, who was a strong black woman when I left the street, is ill. Hey, Mama.
Hey, baby.
How you doing, love?
I'm good. You know I waited for you, baby. I waited for my baby to come home.
I know.
I gotta go now, though.
I'm gonna make you proud this time. I promise I won't disappoint you.
Hey, Jamal, it's Nookie. Mom died this morning.
What? But I wanted her to see me doing good this time.
She did, Jamal. Your mother is very proud of you.
Really?
I know it's hard, but you're ready to do the right thing. And your mother sees that.
What about all these masks?
And the voice that you're hearing now, I've always been inside of you for all of those years. I led you to where you are today. I am proud of you, Jamal. You have become a true man.
Guess it's time to go home. Thank you, mask, for whatever purpose you served in my life. But I don't need you anymore. I like who I am now. It's time for me to be me.
you're in here with us. I hope you enjoy your stay.
I can't do this. I can't do this much time. I got a daughter out there, man. There has to be a way out. I know what I'll do. I'll start an appeal. Excuse me, officer. This is cell 12. Excuse me, sir. Can I have a phone call, please? Just one phone call. Hey, little homie. Hey, cell 12. You alright? No, man. Not till I get my freedom.
Dead men walking yet refusing to die. I used to live out of scrap, weave, and rob to get high. But now I fall to my knees and raise my hands to the sky. Give me the strength to breathe and make it by. It's like I'm buried alive. A dead man walking yet refusing to die. I used to live out of scrap, weave, and rob to get high. But now I fall to my knees and raise my hands to the sky. Give me the strength to breathe and make it by. In a 6x9, my arms can stretch to the walls. I'm claustrophobic. In a cell, I seek the light and it calls. I climb and I crawl, but it seems to be no way of escape. So now I walk in circles of darkness as I tremble and shake. Lord, give me a break. I see crosses burning in bodies of flesh. Is this purgatory? And if it is, am I passing my tests? Cause I'm beaten, I'm stressed. I'm watching these demons walk in these tracks. What hurts me most is that they leave me here, and they always come back with morals of craft and these stories of what you did on this earth. Didn't appreciate when you parole with a shot at life and new birth. Violations you flirt with, and all I ask is just for one chance to exist in human form. Cherish the day for as long as I can. I got a visit once, but everybody who came, they just cried and left me flowers on my bunk and prayed as if I just died. Used to be so lucky to feel these maggots cleaning my bones from inside. The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out through socket holes in my eyes. Buried alive, refusing to die. I used to live out of scrap, weave, and rob to get high. But now I fall to my knees and raise my hands to the sky. Give me the strength to breathe and make it by. It's like I'm buried alive, a dead man walking yet refusing to die. Live out of scrap, weave, and rob to get high. Fall to my knees and raise my hands to the sky. Give me the strength to breathe and make it by. Can barely breathe, this coughing gives me the creeps. The only thing that keeps me going, my memories of the streets. I pray and I preach, but life just simply out of my reach. And the Declaration of Independence say I'm a security breach. What's war without peace? I'm shooting letters, blood on my knees. Who thinks I'm dead from riots in prison, shot in the head and deceased? The mark of the beast, tatted on me, never peaches and cream. When I'm awake, I raise the dead and spar with God in my dreams. Amazing it seems, Allahu Akbar, Torah Rahim. Call it a prayer, inshallah, God willing, I mean. Silly it seems, me having life, thinking I'm going home. I'll be there one day in a vase cremated to dry blood and bones. My mom's on the phone, hey baby, when they gonna let you come home? The only question I couldn't answer before she died, and that's wrong. But the worst part, 4 years had went by, but they told me she died. I remained strong on the phone in the yard till I got to my cell when I cried, buried alive, yet refusing to die. I used to live out of scrap, weave, and rob to get high. But now I fall to my knees and raise my hands to the sky. Give me the strength to breathe and make it by. It's like I'm buried alive, yet refusing to die. I used to live out of scrap, weave, and rob to get high. But now I fall to my knees and raise my hands to the sky. Give me the strength to breathe and make it by. It's like I'm buried alive. This was a story about a boy who became a man.
This was a story about someone who found a voice.
This was a story about a man who found his strength.
This was the story about a person who found love.
This was a story of a man who took advice from a strong woman.
This was a story of how a man got through his grief.
This
is a story of a man who learned to take a mask off to like what he sees.
This is the story of a person who found their identity.
And this was a story of a man who found true freedom.
Nobody told us we were diamonds. This was the story of how I found me.
You know, every time I was blessed to rehearse with this group, I got tears in my eyes, and it happened again tonight. So thank you, everyone, for coming out.